second. Okay, here we are in game. This is the NSL winner bracket final of Group D. The winner goes into the playoffs. The loser will face the winner of Fly100 versus who that we're going to see later. Everything today is best of 5, and we are, as we said, on Echo Alts. Fly in the upper left, Yumiko in the upper right, and you explained the build order already. Fast Alta, and yeah, I'm surprised we don't see a Blood Mage. We have seen that from him quite a bit recently.
Dude, look at the gold mine for Yumi. There's one peasant in there at the moment.
Yeah, right.
What the hell? What is this?
So
this is
unusual.
a new creep route. He's going for the big Murloc camp first.
Wow. Okay. We have to compare.
Blade Master seems to be going for quick harass build with the instant shop, so you can get here we can see heal selves right away. So you're gonna go for a speed scroll as well. He buys one, doesn't use it though, but with a fast ultra build, this should be working out fine for Human.
Yeah. Is this level 2 immediately? Yes, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
of course.
This camp first, right?
Yeah, no, I've never, like 9 years of Warcraft, I've never seen that before taken first. Maybe on ladder, some NetEase games, but not in a pro game, definitely. So let's compare the gold mines. 12,300 here, 12,000, so 250 gold advantage for Fly now, thanks to this creep route.
And also, of course, they invested a little more into power building the altar and stuff, so it was fairly resource expensive, but if you can keep the Blade Masters, like, if you can keep the scent away from the Blade Master, and you can keep on creeping without being harassed, this should be definitely worth it. But good grunt scouting coming out of focus.
Who is Fly?
Who is Fly? I'm sorry. I knew it was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Fly.
Circlet.
That's why I hate when they never use their real names, man. They confuse me all the time.
Yeah. So this is the Archmage level 2.3 already, but you know, Fly is going for the 1 burrow tech, so his tech is already quite a bit faster than the human tech, and with this new creep route he delays his tech even further. So let's compare it a bit. It's 1/3 of a tech or so.
Yeah. It is pretty significant. Reminds me of Twisted Meadows, where always, of course, we also see the fast creep with a later tech. But the thing is, you get level 3 AM for certain. And the cool thing with this creep route is the militia can take out 2 of the little green camps by themselves. And now with the AM taking another little green camp, that is once again gonna be as level 3.
Yeah, this is what Grubby calls evasion creeping at its best. The Blade Master was not even on the same half of the map as Yumiko so far. So in that regard, really creative, really good. Gets level 3 super easy in a very different style. But what can he really do? Oh, Fly is preparing a war mill in his base, expecting a tower rush maybe.
Yeah.
But that,
it's gonna be a fairly late tower rush, but the AM is level 3. That's the most important thing. And Blade is only level 1.
He sold the big mana potion that he found in the middle. Could have been good for the Shadow Hunter. I don't really know why he didn't use it. There is no lumber mill, and with his timing, with his late tech, I don't think Yumiko is doing a tower rush. Maybe he brings a few militia who then build towers for distraction, but his strategy will not focus around towers. His strategy will focus around units, and with that, he tricked Fly into this war mill. More resources for him that he used, and I don't know, he didn't scout this at all, and he doesn't expect what's to come at all.
Yeah, and with no war mill, this certainly is not looking like a tower rush.
No, yeah.
I wonder, of course, the alternative here is going for map control, standard game. Tier 2 expansion against Orc, that would be something new. I guess it might possibly be possible. I don't think so. I wonder how this pans out when you have your second hero and your second tier 2 building so much later than the Orc concerning a map control game. But I guess we'll find out together.
Indeed, a lot of footmen, so that will help Yumiko go through this early mid-game as we see the Spirit Lodge, and there's the Beastery. It was a little confused because it was out of sight. Shadow Hunter second, of course, and then of course we're gonna see a lot of Hex, and maybe even towards the Archmage, but he has boots, he has a ring, he has a circlet. He should be very well prepared for what's to come. Mountain King second, and 1 Arcane Sanctum so far. Here's the second one. I was worried about his lumber there for a bit, but he used it already, that's why it was not in the resource tab. So far, things looking good for Yumi.
And Fly, though, he's going to take out this Mercam. That's going to give him level 2 and possibly a great item, as well as maybe some mercenaries. And then the timing should line up pretty well for Spirit Link and Ensnare. And that's the first big power spike that the Orc has over the human, especially when attack is later. So I think then it's going to be time for Yumi to be careful of where he goes out. He has the timing down now. He knows, okay, Ensnare and Link aren't ready yet, so he's still trying to be active in the middle of the map, getting more and more experience on this AM. MK is out now. SH found
Talisman of Evasion. I think it's kind of okay because you have a lot of units that hit you, and then of course a bigger miss chance. But that doesn't do too much damage, so it can be sold, can be kept. So it's not great, but it's not really bad either.
And this is the moment where I would have expected the Orc to look for some aggression and pickoffs.
Yeah.
But he just keeps creeping instead. At the moment, this human army, the only scary thing, and that's not really scary, is the one sorceress. So I think there's definitely a window of opportunity for him to be aggressive, but he just wants to get that SH's levels up, I guess.
Yeah, and he completely ignores the Blade Master. Echo Owl's so many claws, he's not creeping too many spots with the claws. The Blade Master is almost naked with only circlet and gloves. And level 2, not even a chance for critical strike level 2. And that is the main damage output of his army. I don't know if this first hero slow creeping is good.
Especially giving the MK so much space as well.
Yeah.
MK level 1, level 2 is like really not that scary, but once it gets to 3 and 4, man, you have to be very, very, very afraid of those storm bolts. And still, the SH level 3 now finally finding a clause of attack.
Yeah.
But this blade still at only 244 experience. Yeah, I'm not sold on this either.
Very creep intensive game so far, and we see 2 towers in Yumiko's base. Looks like he's expecting something as well. Priest Adept upgrade, Sorceress upgrade, and Magic Sentry as well. Claws and Circuit for the Mountain King, swapped over the boots. And yeah, Claws and Archmage always good. 25% damage boost with 1 claw. Well, at least on level 1. On level 3 it's a little different. But Invo Potion already on the Mountain King. Little shop control by Yumiko. And the Blade Master finally getting some experience here. Ring +3, of course, not what he wants.
A little unfortunate with the items here is Fly. But if I'm Yumi here, I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
MK is almost level 3 before the first battle. He can start rotating out those footies if he wants to, even going for some mercenaries now. And Echo Isles is almost entirely crept by this point.
That's true. And what will we see here? Pendant of Energy will of course be the dream. It's also a talisman. Today and yesterday... Sorry. Today and yesterday we see a lot of the same items for both players at
Are we getting into
spots.
this again, Neo?
You know, it can't be a coincidence. Maybe they rigged the maps or something. But no, that's of course just bantering.
Yumi now level 4 AM, level 3 MK, and still not a single fight has taken shape. And this is reminding me a little bit of Fly at GCS. When did he become so passive?
Yeah.
He used to be such an aggressive player and made it work so well, especially in land conditions. But he's just sitting back. And I don't know. It seems to me Orcs look the strongest when they know which early timing to hit, but his Blade Master still only 2.5, but now he's moving across. And Yumi, with having being close to his base, is gonna have a lot of militia support as well. I don't see this fight paying off too well for the Orc.
There's a heal scroll, there's a mana potion for the Shadow Hunter. There's no invul or healing on the Blade Master. It's not that great. We have an Arcane Tower, as I said, or 2 Arcane Towers actually. Why does he build them there?
Yeah, I don't know. That's really weird, right?
Yeah. No
Is that
idea.
just for reveal?
It's
like
not the same, but... Alright, it's 60 supply for both players. The breakers come out. Water Elemental have been summoned. One is Invis to see the inventory of the army. Only 1 Kodo Beast, so if you can snipe that, the damage aura is gone. And here we go!
One Elemental still invisible, seems to be forgetting about those. Big front line for both players. Usually it starts off well for the Orc when he still has healing. The Human's gonna try to bleed him out here slowly over time. The Kodo Beast can't reach those important targets, can't eat the Spellbreakers, eats a Water Elemental instead. Final level 3 for the Blade Master, and that will have to be the level 2 critical strike. Bolts haven't found too many kills. That being said though, there's not too many Raiders at all anymore in this army. And I think Yumi is standing a good fight here. Heals will be used, that's the only one for the Orc. We still have a bit of heal wave, however, to be coming in.
Your audio is crapping out. I'm sorry, I have to take over here, but I think Yumiko is completely falling apart. Fly is having a way better fight so far, and everything is healthy. And you see Town Portal out. Blade Master could use a... Yep, get it here. Heal wave. Archmage has to summon another Water Elemental. There it is, but everything is cramped up there. No blockers anymore. Storming on the Blade Master. And I don't know, man. This BM is taking this fight, and this Orc is taking this fight seemingly with ease. Shadowhunter now with the next, wow, Clarity, but he's almost full mana. He can heal up the entire time, going for the Mountain King now. Invo Potion swaps to the target, the Archmage now, but he's being healed by the Priest, so he can hold on for a little longer. But Critical Strike level 2 coming in. Invis cast, is there a reveal or dispel? He can't move there, so yeah, there's the dispel, but doesn't hit the Archmage. Little unfortunate. Stormbolt on the Blade Master, but being healed by the heal wave again. What a scrappy fight. This Mountain King dies finally, and the Blade Master gets away with murder.
Yumi was, I think, close there to turning it, but in the end he had to call to arms with all the peasants. He doesn't have any income at the moment. He needs to revive this Mountain King, like, right away. The Voodoo Lounge once again coming in clutch for the Orc.
It's really good.
Just a simple attack was good enough to win this fight for him. And now, of course, without the MK to be feared, the Blade Master of the front lines can wreak havoc. Doesn't have to be afraid at all. Even without an invul, he can just pick off the pieces here one by one now.
True that. GG 1-0 for Fly. That was seemingly easy, and the creep route didn't work out at all.
Yumi had such a good early and mid game. He even was fighting extremely close to his base with all the militia support.
In this fight, we had a big front line, and I don't think that suits the human at all. So it was spread across the entire base. We had only very few breakers. The footmen die like flies.
Yeah, that's true, of course. Maybe he should have looked for the fight a little earlier, you know, like slightly outside his base, so he can kite backwards and then move around the tree line there.
Totally agree.
Also, I'm not sure if he was able to reach the shop, because he TP'd next to his shop, but I didn't see him buying any items there. I was already thinking like, oh, that shop looks to be pretty damn far away. And maybe with the region scroll with some clarities, that could have helped as well there. Or healing potions as well, of course.
Yeah, he couldn't really retreat into his base either, because it was all so crammed at the base that it didn't really work.
And some money investment, like those arcane towers, not so sure about those.
Speaking of money, by the way, we do have a few new subs and a few donations here. Thank you, Zariel, for 14 months. Shady Fox, YOLO Bro, and Der Derbere for the sub. And donations, we got one yesterday that we didn't mention. Warcraft 3 Rocks, 50 euros. My regular monetary support, please give Blizzard advice how to make this great game even better. We need well thought out buffs and or changes to underused heroes, units, items, and abilities. New heroes and new units would be great too. Like you, I'm German. Thank you so much, Warcraft 3 Rocks, man. That's absolutely phenomenal. And as almost always, Mikey PX, 10 euros this time. He's breaking with tradition. Usually it's $5, but today we're 2 casters, so 2 times the donation, it seems.
2 times the fun. And yeah, thank you guys all so much for your contribution. And Warcraft 3 Rocks here. Actually, we have given quite a bit of feedback, and that it was passed on to Blizzard for our ideas. What do you think was your most elegant, smartest suggestion that you gave, Neo?
Giving Farseer's Chain Lightning a mini stun. I think that would be fucking great.
You mean for animation canceling and stuff?
Yeah. So the stun is 0.1 seconds or so. Okay. So it's just a tiny little stun.
That would be super high-end pro gameplay if you could disable a coil with that or
exactly. Something. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, I mean, many expect a certain Master of Blades to be nerfed. Would make sense then that others get buffed as well.
Yeah.
Farseer Chainwave combo, man. I still remember the beauty.
It's been a while. It's been a while, but here we go. Map 2 is Amazonia, and it's Yumiko's pick.
Amazonia, another one of those maps where getting a level 3 Archmage early is much easier than it is on other maps.
This time it looks fairly normal here in Yumiko's base. Archmage, no superpower build, or is it? No, not really, right? Almost the same.
It's a normal one.
Yeah.
It was Yumiko who first went for the Blood Mage on Echo, right?
Yeah. But we didn't see it today, and I doubt we'll see it on other maps. Maybe Last Refuge. But I'm highly skeptical of that.
Yeah.
So this time
Phoenix was a rarity, I guess.
This time, no shop for Fly. So a little less harass.
So with that, is he gonna be going for the trolls first? Because if he goes for the Renegade Wizard, he's gonna take quite a bit of damage.
Yeah. I think it
puts it on the grunt.
The usual troll camp here.
Yeah, that's a fast tech though. Holy crap.
Whoa. Whoa. Yumiko can't catch up with that. Needs a lot of gold and a lot of lumber. So Fly again with a very fast tech.
Yeah, and so this is where early game Orc looks like pretty easy, but it's so hard to do because the important thing here is you can't take damage on your blade or grunt because you don't have any healing for a long time.
There's this little trick with the trolls. You walk with the grunt here, and then the trolls are aggroed, and you take them away from the creep camp, so the Blade Master can creep this with ease. Gauntlets of Ogre Strength for him, and the first circlet as the town portal was sold. Yumiko is scouting out of this. He's a very fast tech. And he knows, oh damn, he's calling militia.
Dude, if he could cancel the one burrow in the back, there's no more grunts coming. But the militia go to creep the little green camp. That's going to be level 2 for him. But I think the important thing here is that the burrow comes up. But still, no Voodoo Lounge. Again, every bit of damage that the Orc takes here is considerable, because it's going to take a long time for him to heal up again.
Yeah, we saw it yesterday in TH versus Fly, how important it is to keep the burrows up and to get that Voodoo Lounge, because without heal salves and clarity, you're pretty fucked on tier 1.5, 2. Yumiko only teching now. This is half a tech ahead for Fly again.
Yeah, this is so much.
A player's forces are under siege.
He's gonna have such a big timing window where the SH plus tier 2 units give him absolute map control. And Yumi, yes, he cancelled the shop, but he can't really capitalize on it because those grunts and blade are not really in danger.
Yeah, exactly. He cancelled one burrow, but Fly is not supply stuck. He still has the food for the second hero. So everything in order for Fly again on a map that was Yumiko's choice.
And there's 2 peons here in the burrows, you know, taking a bit of lumber income away from him. But for the most part, they're still mining fairly efficiently. So I think he's
actually important because he doesn't have the lumber for both buildings at the moment.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And he needs to rebuild the shop as well. There we go.
And now Yumi actually tricked him, and the Blade Master's on the other side of the map, and he's gonna get some more experience here. Grunts do finally find him.
Nice inventory for the Archmage, +9 and boots. Yumi really putting some emphasis on the boots. I mean, on Amazonia, it's quite clear the map is so small, the Blade Master finds you all the time. So boots are really helpful. I don't know if you know that, Remo, but boots are a good item.
Such a good item, like seriously. Only now the next militia train moves out here to creep the next little green camp. Is that enough for level 3? I don't think so. He gets the Voodoo Lounge again, though. And with that, he might be able to... Oh, never mind.
Doesn't have a water elemental. Yeah, without a water elemental, that doesn't work. Here's the Spirit Lodge. No bestiary, as we said. Tier 2 is delayed, and he goes for a War Mill since this doesn't cost any lumber. And he needs it later anyway for the Kodo. He can build that. First, oh, Arcane Vault. Yeah, of course, he's not tier 2. So was it enough for level 3? No, it wasn't.
You would need like another one of those troll camps, but the Blade Master now hot on his heels. Gonna be tough to evade him. SH is out, and now Hex will be coming in. Or
a little slow with his fingers. Here comes the hex on a footman, but no, not really worth it, I guess.
But you know you want to make use of that mana regen.
Exactly. Beastery is coming now as well, and he gets the Taskmaster, or does he? We see the blue ball coming. Will he steal the Taskmaster? That would be so bad. He just wants level 3, I guess, so just a Tunneler, and leaves the Taskmaster alone. Here we go. Oh no! Fly is creeping it himself.
And again, Fly could be looking for the aggressive here, with Hex, with Scroll Speed. Gets the last hit here, however. This one Grunt could be safe with the Scroll, but again slow by Fly.
Exactly. Maybe he didn't want to use it, but it's just a little gold, and a Grunt is definitely worth it, so that was a mistake and not on purpose. 31 supply, a little micro bugs and macro bugs for both of these players. We do have double Arcane Sanctum again, Mountain King again, so Yumiko once more going for the late game, even on AZ.
And once again, seems like he's going to be prioritizing the SH's experience gain. This is going to be level 2 for him, and level 3, of course, is where he really contributes greatly to these fights. Blade Master's inventory, fairly disappointing, I would say.
Oh, he got the
big
he got both. He got the replenishment potion and the experience.
That's a pretty big deal, actually.
Yeah.
He was struggling with experience.
And I mean, prioritizing the Shadowhunter on AZ, I can totally understand that. There's not too many claws, the Blade Master won't go out of control, so you don't have to put that much emphasis on him. Shadowhunter, though, as it is a little harder to get the second hero 2-3, he is the priority with a level 2 heal wave. I totally understand that. On Echo Owls, I didn't understand that because a level 3 Blade Master with plus 20 damage or so is key, but he was right in the end, so who am I to judge him?
And again, Fly sticks to his game plan. I mean, why not? He won map number 1, fairly passive gameplay. Is he level 3? No, on the Blade, not yet. I think he bought a circlet at the shop. Or did he? Nah, he found it, I think. Never mind.
At the laboratory. Boots again on the Mountain King. Better for Stormbolt, still plus 9 damage on the Archmage. Item here was again a replenishment potion. And Fly going for the big mercenary camp spot. This is gonna be level 3 for the Shadowhunter and a big item, maybe even level 3 for the Blade as well.
I think it is. Should be. Good peon scout, I really like, towards the top left side of the map, seeing where the human is, and more importantly, seeing when he might be hitting the main base of the orb, because of course, Burrow's always vulnerable, and the Fly luck is returning.
Scourge bow chimes! Very nice to have, nice synergy, and wow, 2 replenishment potions for him. That is 1.5 heal waves or 2 hexes.
Yeah.
On the other side,
if you turn those on along with clarities, man, your region is going to be off.
Exactly, it stacks. I didn't think about it, but yeah, you're absolutely right. So both steal the opponent's rock golem here. Big mana potion is the dream. Big invul is also very good. Big healing is nice. Apart from that, not too great, I guess.
But what about the wand, Neo? The wand can be very good.
Situationally, yeah, that's right. Scroll of the Beast for Yumiko and Big Invul for the Blade Master. That is fucking fantastic. We also have a Kodo Beast at Fly side, 2 walkers and 50 supply with a first defense upgrade for the Orc. Very early.
Interesting. Yeah, for Orc it's always weird to get upgrades because like many of them don't benefit your army. Like Walkers not affected, Kodo's not affected, Heroes obviously not affected. So he's just doing it for the 3 Grunts and 2 Raiders. At least those he has currently.
Red spot for Fly, and it is scouted by an invisible footman. Yumiko is moving over into his base, seeing that the Orc is busy, but oh, he moves back. Since this peon, did he see it?
I'm not sure. May have been slightly out of range. I would love for him to get backpack now, so the footy can pick up the items.
Oh yeah, that would be so neat.
Sometimes that works, and it's the most satisfying feeling ever.
Fly now with the first attack upgrade. I really like that because you get more HP back thanks to the Scourge Bone Chimes, so that's really helpful. On the other side, we do not see a single breaker just yet. Oh, there's the first one, but He's just breaking upkeep, pretty late breaker play, and we saw it on Echo Owls as well, that the blocker line wasn't big enough to keep the Raiders and Grunts away from the casters. So I don't like that too much.
That's a level 1 crit, right? Yeah.
I didn't see the value of the crit.
108.
That is level 2. That's level 1 with a super high roll. Or level 2 with a super low roll.
Alright, here we go. Is it gonna be creepjack time?
Yeah, once again.
Snare tricks here, but only 3 raiders.
Can Yumi steal this now? I really like his footman movement. It's basically a shade that he has now. Militia is coming, and the first fight is there. Fly with his back against the shop. There's a heal scroll, there's an invo potion. Looking quite good for the orc again. Let's see what we have here. The Mantle of Intelligence on the Mountain King for more mana. Here comes the Militia. Will be very hard for Fly to take this. Kodo Beast has eaten, but only a footman. If he can take that out, would be so big. Shadow Hunter still with 200 mana points. And so far, I think it's looking fairly good for Yumi. Killing Raider after Raider, but level 4 on the Shadow Hunter. The blocker line again struggling. Yeah, now he has to TP out. 2 breakers dead, and level 4 on the Blade Master.
I thought the fight might go better there the longer it went, because the SH didn't have clarities or a shop right behind him. But I guess at the same time there was a merchant for scrolls of healing there as well. Yeah,
the position wasn't that good for Yumiko. By the way, we see... Oh, I was just about to say we see Troll Regeneration upgrade, but he cancelled it. Maybe just a misclick by Fly. Would have been fun to see. And does he have enough time for the red spot now? Yumiko is coming in again. 51 supply for the human, 60 for Fly. So we can only fight him with the help of the creeps.
And once again, Militia being called. A lot of them have died, but still quite a few alive.
Fly now definitely with crit level 2. Shadowhunter level 4 doesn't make that much difference. And again, no items on the human except 1 invo potion. 4 breakers, no upgrades on them.
Only 2 Sorks, by the way. I'm not sure that that's enough for infinite slow.
Especially with 1, 2, 3, 4 walkers. Who all have a big amount of mana.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to dispel the water elementals as well, but that's so much dispel. Archmage not level 4, so he can't spam the water elementals. You see, his mana is low.
Oh, right, he's still only level 3.
Yeah.
Didn't even realize.
So out-leveled by both heroes. Revealed being used, and again, he's trying to go for the red spot. He really wants to experience an item. Mountain King is level 3 though, that's good.
Yumi has no TP, by the way. Engaging into this is pretty dangerous. And of course, the benefit for orcs on AZ in the late game, there is so much space everywhere. There's almost no chokes on this map. And here we go. This looks like a way bigger orc army than that of human, but a lot of militia are coming from the main. Holy crap, that's quite a few, but he has to wait. Scroll of Speed is active, and he's moving forward. All of his units can attack. That's exactly the way he wants to. Blade Master slightly in trouble, but he gets healed up with a heal wave.
So now the militia come in, but I think it's just going to be breakfast for the Blade Master here. They get 1 grunt, and actually it's looking a little better than I thought, but look at the concave here against the breakers. It's so sick how much damage they take. He's trying to snipe out 1 raider after another. It works quite well. Now the Berserker goes down though. Level 4 on the Archmage. He desperately needs that mana. He went into the fight with only 1 water elemental. Now summons the second one. Another grunt falls, but Fly can easily afford this. Building a shop now in the back. Gets another breaker there for basically free after end snare and surround. When the Mountain King has an invo potion, but I think he's gonna be forced into using that soon. The next breaker is down, and I really like how Fly is focusing this. All the breakers gone. Level 5 on the Shadow Hunter, super close to 5 on the Blade Master as well, and he's just taking out 1 unit after another. The nets are coming in. 1 sorcerer is dead, 1 priest dead, the next sorcerer is dead. 2-0 Fly. Very, very easy for him again.
Running from an orc, lol. Yeah. Once the fight is lost, the game's almost over.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. It always looks like it's a decent early and mid game for Yumi, and then Fly just destroys him in these fights.
Sick, right? Yumiko really has to change his game. It's not working what he's doing here so far. Not at all. The very passive style, not trying to go for a tower rush. I mean, in this, like, it all starts with his late tech already.
Yeah. Especially on Echo, of course, was really late. On AZ, though, it's kind of standard. Of course, Fly there going for the super, ultra, mega fast tech. One borrow without shop.
Yeah.
And these top orcs, it's just crazy how much they can do in the early stages with one blade and one grunt. He almost got level 2 just with that, you know? He didn't, he crept only a single creep, and the other was creep steals and like kills on the footies and water elementals and stuff.
The next map is gonna be not Amazonia, Ancient Isles. Once again, a very small map for Yumiko, to be picked the second small map.
Usually this is the map that every human hates with great disgust. But he picks it here. I know that he used to have this Fire Lord Tower Rush strategy. Maybe that's what he's aiming for, but I'm pretty sure if I know about it, Fly knows about it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a tower rush. This screams tower rush, this map.
And what we see here quite a bit as well is actually no barracks and faster tech thanks to no barracks. So maybe Yumi wants to adjust his game plan and now go for a faster tech.
He does have a few options to play this game. And I wonder if he's going to change his playstyle. He has to, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think 2 games in a row now. He was not behind at all. I would say on Echo, on paper, he should have been ahead, but he still got dismantled. So I think going into a map control game is not going to work. So that leaves you with fast expansion or tower rush, and fast expansion against Orc on AI. Is absolutely impossible.
Yep.
I think even I could beat a fast expanding human as Orc. That is just too impossible.
Are you talking top tier human or like your tier human?
I'm talking your human. Yeah, I would definitely expect a tower rush as well here.
All right.
And by the way, we again saw the double arcane towers in the base, and that just seems to be for reveal. Nothing else.
Right.
But that's quite the investment. That is like 800. No, wait, not 800. Never mind. The scout towers 30, so 2 times 30. Then the upgrade each is how much? 90.
Maybe, yeah. And especially since you have the laboratory right next to you, you can scan for 50, right?
Yeah,
Scan
exactly.
50.
Just put 1 scout farm there.
Yeah.
I mean, you oftentimes are hesitant to create scout farms against Orc because they can take it out so easily. But, well.
Yumiko is a weird player. He's trying to add some new stuff to the tournament landscape, to competitive Warcraft. It worked well against who, but apart from that, against the world elite, he is struggling. Thank you very much, by the way, for the guys tickering at Liquipedia. Very, very fine job so far. Last few weeks I was a little complaining because the guys were so lazy, but today and yesterday, top-notch work. Of course, Liquipedia, the place to go if you want to follow competitive Warcraft. All the tournaments are there at wiki.backtowarcraft.com.
All right. We are at the moment loading into map number 3. If the players continue in their shape that we've seen so far, it seems like Fly should win this. It seems like Fly should have this with 3-0, because the first 2 games really were pretty damn one-sided. Yumiko now choosing AI, usually a map that all the human players hate. Like, you know, those advertisements. This trick is something that all doctors hate hearing about.
What?
So he's not going for the skip on the barracks. It's not gonna be a super fast tech. He surprised us before with some Blood Mage first. Super cool strat on Echo, but
Yeah.
I really don't think that's possible on AI. Is he just gonna play it straight up again? That doesn't seem to be the Yumi way. Usually he has some special strategies.
Well, very unusual would be Mountain King first, but this doesn't work on AI as well, and it doesn't work against Fly, I guess.
He loves MK, but against Orc, that's a long time ago.
It's an Archmage.
Yeah, just straight up standard. So far we see no shop once again from Fly. Right now would be the time to make it, and alright, he's gonna make a shop this time, so it's not gonna be the super crazy mega fast tech. Still gonna be one borrow most likely.
Alright. So this seems to be very standard. I'm really curious how fast this tech is gonna be this time. Definitely lackluster on map 2, and I don't get why he's pulling... He was on tier 1, he pulled the militia to creep. And I think that delayed his tech quite a bit without a real purpose. I mean, you can delay it, that creep, and you can do it afterwards anyway.
Once again, a special kind of creep route here from Yumi. Going for the Knolls first. When you do that though, you have to have the Water Elemental on move command, so it doesn't get purged. So that means that quite a bit of damage is going to be lacking. But the militia are quick to take out those Knoll Wardens. So, should be pretty good here. I've never seen that before, but once again, Yumi has kind of the special creep routes. And they work well in the early game. Can he transition it well into the later stages though?
Maybe Yumi and you should build a club. Special creep route club.
I was thinking the same.
Fly is scouting a bit. Going to the shop. I wonder if this is boots. He doesn't have the gold, but he can sell the ring and then he has it. Oh no, just scouting if there's a special creep or something. But no. And the tech has started for Yumiko. This time he's faster than Fly. And that will change the game entirely.
Yeah, it was a 2 borrow tech, right? Was it? Maybe the borrow just finished though. And he only has 1 grunt.
Yeah.
And he's waiting with the production of the next grunt for quite a while. And again, he's not looking for the aggression. Of course, understandable that he wants to get a level 2 as quickly as possible. And Yumi, is he gonna go for the Merc camp here?
Ooh, maybe he just lures out the creeps. How many? Is the Berserker already available?
Yeah, he's gonna get both. Man, Yumi with a super special creep route.
Oh, Fly is not expecting this at all. He's so far away. Does he have the gold to go for the trolls? He's not using them yet. Not attacking the dragon as well.
Oh my god, Fly actually sniffs it out.
Whoa.
Holy crap.
Is he going for the dragon? Oh,
I don't think so. No, he just leaves.
Well, still not level 3. Lots of scouts by Yumiko on the map. Here, and this one is coming as well. To know the movement. We do not see a lumber mill, by the way. So it doesn't look like a tower rush.
If he kills like one little tiny creep, level 1, like in the green camp, that's at level 3.
Yeah.
Ah, no, he wants to kill the remainder there of the creep camp that the orc took earlier. But Fly is on the case now. I still think he could have killed one of them though. Yumi looking very afraid.
Fly started that for the item and then wanted to leave the rest for his Shadow Hunter, and it still works. Berserker by Fly fairly early.
And now it's awkward for Yumi. He like needs to kill one little guy more, but does he want to summon a Water Elemental or not? Important last hit, and he will get it. But doesn't push with it.
Oh, there's no end snare yet, no raider yet. 3 grunts. So he can run away from this, or should be able to run away from this. Good block by Fly, but not good enough. 1 Arcane Sanctum, Mountain King again. It is late game build. Shadow Hunter, Spirit Lodge, delayed Beastery. The Water Mental scouts this, sacrifices himself. Oh, he's pushing! He sees the Spirit Lodge and is pushing. But he can't reach with the Archmage. This is damage lacking. Finally he found the spot. And this is so great. The first big move in an early mid game that Yumiko pulled all series.
Alright. But now the pressure should subside with the footies pretty much all being back at home. And of course we have an MK here and no lumber mill, so a tower rush is very, very unlikely.
Yeah.
This might, however, buy him a lot of time to creep up for the MK, but that never really was the issue in the other two games.
Archmage is still around here, has a new Water Elemental now, and 3 targets in Fly space, but he just goes away. Huh. Interesting.
Oh my god, is he actually gonna creep the orc down here? He sniffs it out. He thought the SH was gonna be creeping the merchant. That's the usual starting creep camp, but no, he's down here. He's going for the dragon. The MK is coming in. There's no heal wave. There's only Hex. This could be a kill, perhaps.
Nice movement. Nice movement by the Shadow Hunter, blocking the path here above the trees, but at the moment he's focusing on the Berserker. Doesn't help with the speed scroll. Is there another Stormbolt? He can't reach, and the Shadow Hunter gets out. The second Berserker is gonna fall for sure. Heal wave for once. It is actually heal wave level 1. We saw it yesterday already. Mountain King is hurt now, has to run away, but since he has boots, no problem for him. And I think the Archmage can easily take up the dragon now. Even Militia being called, revealed Stormbolt. There is another Windwalk, so he can get out.
Wait a minute. They're slow.
Oh,
They're slow again, but there's another scroll.
Yeah, and no mana. So did the Archmage get the dragon yet? Not really, but that was
in a second.
Really good creep jack by Yumiko.
Absolutely. He lost nothing and got both Berserkers.
True shot aura. Nice.
This is looking really good.
Yeah,
By far the best this entire series has looked for Yumi.
True that. Shadow Hunter almost 0 experience. This creep route didn't work at all. And yeah, Fly thinking already, okay, if I go to the laboratory, he will sniff this out and he will creep check me. Goes to the mercenary, but of course it's so close that Yumiko scouted the lab and he sees, okay, if he's not there, he must be there. And if he's not there, then I can creep it. So very good movement by Yumiko here.
Yeah, looking like a totally different player. Way more confident than before. And now how does he want to do... what does he want to do with the advantage that he got earlier? Keep on creeping as much as he can, or is it time already to pressure the base? That will be pretty early. Again, good peon scout by Fly. I really like these.
Players' forces are under attack.
Is he gonna react to this? No, he's not. He keeps on creeping the red camp.
No TP, only a heal scroll. Health stone is indeed nice. And Yumiko takes it slow as well. Goes for the red spot. This will take some time, giving Fly time to get back, but we see heal wards. Meh. Nice during creeping, especially against the poison creeps. Nightcrawler to heal them up. Blade Master comes in now, of course. Too late. Can steal something, yeah, but was it? Oh, it actually was important since the Mountain King is not level 3. Is there anything close? He can go to the green spot, and that's exactly what he does now. Shadow Hunter creeping up, finally level 2, so he has Hex now. And probably a Claw. No, parry up for him. Again, the double Arcane Tower in the base. And Sentry.
Yeah. And the SH with the first camp there having been creep jacked. This is the first game where he's kind of struggling. This dragon, is that enough for level 3? It's gonna be close. Blade Master though is giving good information across the map. Because he has to be afraid here of a fight coming in. Because he doesn't have the heal wave yet. That should be remedied in a minute though. AM now level 4, MK level 3, yeah. Looking good, but we saw this before.
Super tanky Mountain King with +5 armor. We see the flute on the Orcish side, of course, not nearly as good as it is for the human, but you see, once again, the same items, Remo.
Man, I guess there must be something to it.
It's true.
Oh man, this is a bad flank. Catching the orc units there by surprise. First Stormbolt will almost result in a kill. And this is not good. You don't want to have to invest this mana if you're the orc before the real fight starts. And you certainly don't want to lose 2 units for free.
Wow.
Horrendous.
58 versus 43 supply. I mean, we're fighting in Fly space now. He has a shop, but he's not even close to the shop. Can go with Blade Master, of course. But he's out of range. Oh no, the burrows are actually attacking. But this should be easy pickings for Yumiko.
Yeah, this is... Look at this, you know, the sheer masses. It's just too much. So many militia in here, they might be expiring now, but there's no grunts left. Only 2 raiders, no more Spirit Link. The bolts will find easy kills.
Level 1 critical strike only. The Kodo Beast is now there to help. +9 damage is nothing to be afraid of. Shadow Hunter almost out of mana. He has no clarity. And I don't think this fight will last that much longer. Stormbolt, last raider.
Look at the heal ward on the high ground, dude.
Whoa, that is so awesome. Does it reach? Yeah, it does. Wow.
Literally the next level, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, Fly's holding on as best as he can, but honestly, I mean, it's just too much. It's 40 supply, that might seem like it's quite a bit, but it's just way too much. That being said, though, he retreats. The MK is out of mana for the time being. Can Fly actually defend this? This would be totally crazy.
He's doing way better than I thought he would be, but as it always is with Orc, over time, the damage becomes too much.
Oh,
the Kodo...
the bad mana reveal.
If he gets a bash and a Stormbolt, this Blade Master should be dead, but he has an invo.
No way, dude. Serious?
Ah. He's just bleeding him dry. Again, this heal ward, so nice. Level 4.6 Archmage. Next Stormbolt almost kills the Blade Master, but there was a Health Storm before. He's getting more mana on the Shadow Hunter though. Invis cast on the Wattle Mantle, he can cancel that. But it is revealed thanks to a ward. Okay, cancelled it though.
Blade Master, if only he was level 4, that would help so much.
Yeah.
And once again, he doesn't have the greatest inventory.
1 experience or 9 experience point for missing. And Snare, is he trying to go for
with
it?
the ensnare. Don't know about that.
Level 4 for him now. Level 2 bash, so helpful. But is he retreating? No, just a little back and forth. There's almost no army, but Fly is holding on for so long. It's really impressive how he does that. In the fights, he's just so much better than Yumiko as it seems today.
Uh-oh.
Bash again. Oh, invo triggered.
MK is 150 mana. I wonder why he's not using the bolts. There we go. And that's gonna be an easy kill. 5 seconds stun, no problem. Spirit Link gets stolen all the time. The Breaker front line now seems to be insurmountable. Whereas before it was so vulnerable. The Blade Master in trouble will be falling with the bash, not with the crit. But it is GG.
Yeah, very good fight by Fly, but in the end, it wasn't enough. And Yumiko is closing in this series 2-1 only. Stays alive. And at least he got this one map.
Yeah.
And it looked a lot better than before. Fast attack, better game.
Yeah, what you said at the very beginning exactly was this quick tech is gonna change the scope of this game, and it totally did. If the SH was so much faster than the MK as it was the case before on earlier maps, there's no way that creepjack happens. There's no way those 2 berserkers die for free. There's no way that Yumi gets the big advantage.
Yeah, and people say I don't know anything about Warcraft, right?
Who says that?
I don't know, some people.
You're a scholar of Warcraft, Neo.
Next map though is TM. So far we saw only very small maps. Echo Isles though is a little bigger, but AZ and AI were both pretty big.
Invite please.
Yes sir. And now this might be a totally different game with one of the biggest maps we have.
We see a lot of tower rushes here though. It might be a late tech for the human, thanks to the power build and lab creep and all that. But with this being Yumi, this might be a totally different creep. Might be a Merc Camp creep, might be a Null creep.
Yeah, with Yumiko, I think we can predict anything here with when it comes to creep routes. So I don't know. Very hard to say.
Oh, how you say.
By the way, what did you want to say with the doctor's quote at the beginning of the last game?
I don't know. I kind of butchered that one. I got lost
really?
on. I got lost in my own train of thought, and I was like, "Where was I going with this?"
I know that feel, man. I know that feel. So, Fly's first real map pick, as Echo Isles was just the beginning map, and he wants to play here on.
Did you see that little dog has a Frostmourne sword?
Oh no, unfortunately I didn't.
Oh, okay. So sorry, I interrupted you. What did you say?
First big map of this series, the Fly wins. It's over, and he makes it to the playoffs following Moon, Lucifer, and TH. If not, we go into an all-decisive fifth map on Last Refuge, and I would really love to see that.
All right, and this is the map here, Twisted, where we see a lot of tower rushes on. Probably the easiest map to get level 3 AM with. But yeah, the tech's gonna be later, definitely, because we do see the fast altar build. Now this is usually a laboratory creep, but with this being Yumiko, this might also be a merc camp creep or fast expansion. That would be the craziest thing, but that is very, very unlikely. And Fly is a little bit lucky here. He's spawning close to his opponent. However, if he wants to go for one borrow tech, he's not gonna be scouting, so he's not gonna be knowing about it.
True that. I think with the position of the altar, it's either laboratory or mercenary camp. I don't know if you really need mercenaries early on against Orc. It's definitely helpful, but I don't know if you want to invest it because then your attack is going to be late again.
Yep, good point. Mercenaries cost lumber, footies only cost gold. And also, Shadow Priests and Berserkers are kind of big investments, so if you lose them early to the Blade Master, that really stings, whereas if you lose a footy here or there, yeah, well, it's not
Fly is
bad.
scouting, by the way, and goes for a 2 burrow tech.
Yeah. Fairly common against human on this map because of the possibility of close position. And boom, sees it, but notices, hey, you're not going for the lab. And you know why? Because it's Yumiko.
Yeah, to be honest, we saw this yesterday of Focus as well. Who did this against TH with a shop next to the nulls, which TH then later killed and annihilated him in the game. But yeah, the peon scouts it. Okay, he's not there. He must be somewhere else. So is this level 2 for him? No, it's not. So he has to follow it up by the green camp. Then it's level 2, and then expansion in the bottom right. Can he afford it? No, right.
I think Expo is still pretty crazy, especially he has seen the little peon, so he knows it's 2 borrow tech even for the orc, so expanding then is like whoa, asking for serious trouble.
Absolutely right.
And the Blade Master found the AM here, but wasn't able to find any last hits, along with only seeing him. It's gonna be circlet time. Is he gonna get 2? He doesn't have the money for it at the moment. Tech starts now for the orc. Human is gonna be quite a bit behind.
And where's Yumiko going with his Archmage? Just trying to dodge the Blade Master, but since he went over to the starting position here to see if his opponent is there, the Blade Master finds him again.
Almost full mana on the AM. He might want to pressure the main of the orc with double water elemental, but he gets found again.
A player's forces are
no
under
boots,
attack.
as it is of course not 7 PM at the moment, so there might be a few hits coming, but he's distracting the Blade Master quite well. 0 experience on the first hero for Fly. This will of course change as it is Twisted Meadows. But yeah, also in the middle, just units running around and tech by Yumiko as well. How much faster? 1/8 of attack ahead maybe. It's not that bad as it was in game 1 or 2.
If Fly wants to be passive with the SH again, he will be able to take out the first creep camp before the MK is there.
Super early Berserker for Fly. This is not even 4 minutes and he goes for a Berserker and for the Rock Golem.
Oh dude, this is so dangerous.
Whoa.
And the Grunt sees the human's movement.
Okay, what can he do now? He doesn't have a speed scroll, Inwell Potion, and Mantle of Intelligence. And Yumi is not doing anything. Yumi is not doing anything with this opportunity.
They got totally fooled by the Grunt. Thought that there was gonna be a response coming in soon. But uh-oh, maybe he sniffed it out. Or has he? This one Grunt, maybe even 2, so vulnerable. The AM has boots, as you said, no scroll of speed. And this is looking dangerous now for Fly.
1 kill with the next shot. Oh, deny actually. So Archmage remains level 2. Can he get this grunt? Is he moving? Yeah, he's moving with his footman. He needs a block against this one.
He can definitely kill the grunt. Question is how much damage is he going to take in return.
Oh, block not working. Archmage trying to block. Here we go. Wattlemental, nice. Summon in the way of Fly. But he's focusing on the Berserker. Maybe sure that he can get both of them.
Yeah, and he notices here, obviously, that Blade Master is clicking on him, so he is taking quite a bit of damage here, and he has to be afraid of when the SH comes out, which is gonna be... Where is he? Is he out already? No, he's not. Not being produced at the moment.
And he
Can he actually get both? Oh my god. Is this gonna be 3 kills in the early game?
Or none. Okay,
he already got 1 grunt.
Ah, number 1, and the second one blocked by the Watermental. Whoa, that is a sick block!
Down.
Oh my god, that was gorgeous.
Wow. Man, Yumi. Stepping it up here. That was super risky though by Fly.
Yes.
Dude. Why are you creeping up there?
Seems to be in love with the trolls. Double Arcane Sanctum for Yumiko. Mountain King for the 4th time in this series. For Fly, of course. Shadowhunter. Beastery Lodge. But yeah, massive pickups here. 2 grunts, 1 berserker. That is 600 gold or something.
Yep, a little more even. Jesus Christ. Fly, why is he taking those risks?
Well, in game 1 you said, why is Fly playing so passive? And now he's playing super risky. And you complain again!
You know, Germans, dude. Only thing we can do is complain.
Players' forces are under attack.
A golden middle would be nice. But yeah, creeping up the Shadowhunter is so hard now. Needs to invest hex for this creep. The Null Wardens, of course, easy to take them out. But Yumiko is right around the corner again with Militia.
Yeah, he knows about this timing. Knows when the SH will be coming out, and it's most likely that it's going to be creeping this camp right there. MK being attacked here by the blade, finds himself in a surround. Can of course be invisible in a healing potion here on the MK, so might want to be very aggressive early on. Worked out very well for him on the 3rd map.
He can cancel the healing with a Stormbolt. Can he reach? Bolt is coming.
Uh-oh.
He is revealed. Uh-oh, Blade Master.
Post
This
speed.
is it for him. No way. 3 HP.
Holy Jesus.
That was Fly's map here. Running away with 3 HP.
Oh my goodness. Alright, after 2 maps, I thought this was gonna be a very one-sided series. But Yumi, not disappointing in the end.
Like a diesel motor. Takes a while to heat up.
Is he the diesel human?
This diesel human. I hope he has the patch already. You know, for less emissions. Nice last hit. Someone playing Dota here or what?
He's definitely playing quite a few fun games, we know that.
Yep.
Maybe also Dota. Looking for the wraparound here is the Orc, but there is level 3 for the AM now. Big upgrade. Blade Master at the front line again, tanked quite a bit of damage, and do we have level 1 or Hex? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but
Hex.
Either way, this doesn't look like it's a good fight for the Orc to take. Not at all.
Yeah, this time you're right. No heal wave. We saw the Hex before, and there we see it again on the Sorceress, so no slow coming in. He gets the kill, surround on the Grunt again, but not too much damage output since there's only Militia. Level 2, finally. There is 2 heal waves, and he uses it immediately. Speed scroll to get out there. Fly salvaging the situation, which was really dangerous. But this escape was fairly good. The Militia duration is over, has to send them away. Timing for Yumiko is slipping through his fingers a little.
And the Militia being gone is actually quite a big deal. That's, I think, why Fly is considering re-engaging here. It's not that many casters. He has 1 Ensnare, 1 Hex to work with, so might be able to take out those Sorks quickly. But the Blade Master's inventory, once again, not too impressive.
Yeah, he's always close to the human army. Or going for consumables.
Forces are under attack.
So no claws, no boots of Keltalas.
Alright, here we go. 2 Raiders now means 2 Ensnares, oftentimes means 2 dead Sorceresses.
But there is only 1.
Actually, there's 2, but nice try.
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry. Grunt falls immediately. The Footman, of course, not too big losses, but he's losing them all three there. Good concave again by Fly. Trying to go for a Stormbolt, maybe. Heal Wave rattling through. And repositioning with the breakers, but immediately the Kodo. Oh, I thought he snatched the breaker, but only goes for a Footman.
Interestingly, he tried to kill the Grunts first, not the Raiders, so now he still has to worry about the ensnares. And Yumi is hemorrhaging units right now, finding himself in the supply deficit despite the great early game with all those pickoffs. In the big fights, Fly again seems to have the upper hand. Level 3 for the Blade Master. Wouldn't be surprised to see crit level 2. There was crit level 1, however. Two of them coming out one right after another, so it still finds the kill. But now, no more healing. For the SH, he's getting low on mana. Also, no Stormbolt for the Mountain King. He does have a heal potion, he does have an invul potion, but nothing for his mana. Same for the Archmage, no Water Elemental anymore. Fly is disengaging this fight against 3 breakers. That is understandable. Loses 1 peon, loses 2 peon, but does he want to re-engage? It's 49 supply for the Orc, only 38 for Yumiko. And once again, it shows how much better Fly is in those fights. And a horrible position for the human. I think he has to TP out of this. Yeah, wants to get the item. Yeah, he has to leave. Is he losing this breaker? No, crit would have helped. But doesn't get it. Tome of Experience possible? Nope, but he's gonna be happy about the Tome of Agility as well. +2 damage and more breakers. Again, Yumiko's army composition, 2 Sorks in it, not more. Yeah, and only initiate as well. Ooh, the SH. Mana potion and clarity and for almost full mana and a mantle. That's a lot of heal wave. I'm surprised he's not stealing the Merc Camp right now, because it's very obvious that Yumi will be going for it. I mean, he doesn't have perfect vision as we do, seeing how weak the human is at the moment. And I guess it's in accordance with how he's playing today and in the recent past in general. Fairly passive. Finds the flute again, but this time it will be sold quickly. And double scroll of healing, man. This Orc army might only be 50 supply, but the true value is way beyond. Yeah, that's right. So much healing coming in. Mantle of Intelligence again, and a big mana potion. Hammer time for the human. But it's only... Okay, 50 versus 50 now, but as you said, the heal scrolls, the heal waves. He has to fight this somehow. He can't get out of there. No TP on the human side. Big breaker frontline though. Are they gonna be able to keep that Orc army at bay? We have no militia. He could only call 2, but that's not enough. And again, it seems to be a numbers game. Yeah, so he's much moving back into a little choke here. That could be a good position for him. But no, the ensnares are too strong. He has to fight here. Kodo Beast comes in, eats the breaker, gets a grunt in return. Still no level 3 on the MK though. And the blade is close to leveling up to level 4 here for increased damage with the better crit. Or was that crit level 2? You know what? I'm gonna stop speculating here. Anyways, he's driving the human back. Still supply lead for Fly. The MK in trouble. No invul for him. He's passing the invul though. And with that, he will survive. Greater mana on the MK is very good, but he's only level 2 still. Yeah, it's definitely crit level 2 now that we saw a 154 crit. Windwalk level 2 now, and boom, a next breaker down. Yumiko is struggling hard, but the reinforcements are coming in quickly. Another breaker and snared. He might lose it though. This is not really the high ground that he has, so Fly can still fight there. He still has 2 scrolls of healing, man. He hasn't used a single one yet. And he dropped the Mantle of Intelligence for min-maxing on the clarity. Oh, MK on the Mountain King. No healing anymore for him, but he's not putting him 6 feet under here. Still so much mana on the MK. This has to help him somehow with Mass Stormbolt. For the SH, who is slowly running out of mana, but man, this human army backed against the corner, and Yumi realizes it's over. GG. Fly in the playoffs. $750 for him, guaranteed. Second Chinese after TH, and he's following Moon and Lucifer. So that means in 4 groups, 4 different races, Night Elf, Moon, Undead, Lucifer, Human with TH, and Orc with Fly. That's diversity at its best. Thank goodness we're not in 2014 anymore. where we had top 5 all humans.
It's true. So Yumiko going down the lowest bracket, and he will meet the winner of the next match. It's gonna be Fly100 or who? Definitely a Korean here. And you can see the bracket right here. Not up. Oops, sorry, that's the wrong one. Group D. Boom. You can see it here once again. Phenomenal work at Liquipedia, boys. Already got that there. And yeah, Undead. Not Undead. Night Elf versus Orc coming up. 2 Koreans fighting. The loser will go home without any money, without any honor, without any fame. And the winner will face Yumiko next week for the playoffs. So we go into a small commercial break here, and then we'll be back to Warcraft with Who versus Fly100.